Good afternoon, boys and girls. Week 10, day 5, and I'm in my garage, my little mini man cave. I'm out here today because we're going to have a little demonstration, and it involves some dirt and some mud, and Mrs. Van Damme would not be very thrilled if I brought that into our nice table in our kitchen or our dining room. So I'm out here today and we're going to do our day 5, and remember we're working on making inferences. So today's inference is going to be based after paragraph 12, and the question that you guys are on today says, what inference can you draw about the reason the author included this procedure on paragraph 12? I'm going to actually do the procedure. I talked to you guys about the procedure in class, but it's not as good to see with a visual. So today we're going to talk about erosion by humans, and then you guys are going to continue with your inferencing. You're going to give me that inference, you're going to give me the details, and you're going to give me the prior knowledge of why you have said that, and then you're going to give your full answer. So you have 3 days of work. You've made your own inference for all 3 of these. You might have gotten all 3 very good inferences. You might have had just retelling on a couple inferences. But I wanted you to try. And trying, boys and girls, is part of learning. If we were in the classroom, you would be attempting these inferences on your own. And remember, the inferences that we're shooting for are higher order thinking skills. So we're really piecing things together, and we're coming up with our inferencing. So we are working on page 60 in our New York Progress book, and we are on erosion by humans. Human activities contribute to land erosion too. People cut down trees and remove other plants to make room for buildings and farmland. This is a problem, for the roots of trees and plants hold the soil in place. And I want you to underline that. That's a very important detail right there. That's going to help you answer one of these questions here. Roots, trees, and plants hold soil in place. When people remove trees and plants hold the soil in place. When people remove trees and plants, the land deteriorates. Flooding, landslide, and mudslides result. Something can be done about this kind of erosion, however. People can plant trees and other plants to prevent a water source, such as rain or a flood, from washing away land. So it says you and a partner, I don't have a partner out here, you and a partner can make a model that shows how plants help slow or even stop soil erosion. So here we go. First, get 2 large, deep rectangular glass baking dishes. I have them off to my side, you'll see them. Fill one dish with regular soil from your area and the other with a small rectangular patch of sod or grass-covered soil, also called turf. Then it says to blow hard on the tray with the soil. You might see or try aiming a small fan at it. I didn't bring a small fan out here. Do you see any dirt particles fly out? We'll do that. Then it says blow on the tray with the sod. Do any particles blow off? Next, hold the dish with the soil at an angle. Have your partner pour some water onto the soil. How does the water act with the soil? And it says now repeat the process with the dish and the sod in does the water move the soil this time? This demonstrates that plants can slow the process of erosion. Bare soil can easily be moved by wind and water. Plants such as grass, you don't think of grass as a plant, but it is, grass can keep more of the soil in place with their root systems. So go ahead and underline that there. The root systems, boys and girls, are going to hold everything together. Some types of erosion cannot be prevented, like water erosion. We can't prevent them. But our purpose here is to show that erosion caused by people can and should be controlled. We must look carefully for the negative effects of erosion. Then, when we learn how to keep erosion from causing permanent harm to Earth's surface. Okay, so we're going to get to our little experiment. Wanted you guys to read that. So now your question is based off of number 12. They want to know, why would the author make an inference, why would the author include this procedure that we're about to do? Okay, so here we go. Hopefully I will follow this step by step. So I have my 2 trays. Here's my 1 glass tray. You will see, I'll pick it up. It's just got dirt. My dirt is very dry right now. But there's my dirt. And then they said to also get another one, another glass tray. This is my 2nd glass tray, and this one has actual sod in it. So you'll notice, right? Notice the difference in those two. Okay? So here we go. Here's the one with the dirt. So it says, fill 1 dish with regular soil from your area. Okay? Now it says, blow hard on the tray with soil. Here we go. Whoa! Y'all saw that, right? I'm not going to do that again because I'm going to have to clean that up around here. Woo! It's all over my book. It's all in the air. It's legit. All over my book and in my mouth. a little dusty in here. So, now blow hard with the soil. You might try even aiming at a small fan. I'm not doing a small fan. I think you guys saw what happened, right? How do those particles, did you see those particles fly out? Yeah, so wind erosion. Woo! Loose dirt all over the place. Think of a softball field on a very windy day, right? Think of the beach. All of this here is not held onto, right, by soil. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing with my other one. I can breathe in very well. A little bit of dirt came out. Came out, but not a lot. I'll do this one again because this one didn't create a mess at all. Nothing. No dirt. Why? Because the dirt is obviously held into. Look at all this dirt that I'm holding up, guys, and it's all held together by the root system of my grass. So, wind erosion doesn't affect it at all. Not at all. All right? Okay, now let's do the water test with it. This is where it's going to get really messy. So I have my nice Pyrex dish. I'm not going to add this much water, but I'm going to show you I'm going to add the same amount of water to each. Whoops, a little spillage. We're going to go about halfsies here. About half. Okay, so it says to hold it at an angle. So here's my angle. And I'm going to go ahead and pour my water from the top in. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is why it's glass is good to see. Look at that. And wait for it. Let me see if I can hold it without spilling it. Ooh, that's how landslide and mudslides are created, boys and girls. That would not be good. Okay, so let's go ahead now. They wanted to repeat the same thing, but with my sod. I'm going to give the same amount of water. A little bit of halfsies here. Halfsies on my water. I'm going to do the same exact thing. There's not a lot of dirt down there. Again, it's water. It's water. I'm going to let this sit here for a minute, actually, and see what happens. It almost acts like a sponge. Like it soaks it up. Because that's groundwater. Obviously, this will be a little bit too much water to soak it all up, but right, I'm going to hold it up now. The amount of water is a little less because a lot of it has gone right into, obviously, my soil. Okay? My sod. All right. So let's real quick bring this one back. Obviously, wind erosion went everywhere. Water erosion, look at this hot, soupy mess. Look at this. This would be trees. This would be branches, right? Imagine if a home was on top of this. Obviously, it would be devastating. The home would be a complete disaster. It would be demolished, right? But what if the home was on top of here? Guess what? The home's not affected at all. Just a lot of rain. Rain will go away. Rain will flow to its smallest spot, go all the way down. This is scary. This, boys and girls, actually happens a lot in a place called California. Now, California gets a lot of wildfires, and a lot of time those wildfires burn the trees and the root systems, and they kill them, and then they get a really, really bad, wicked rainfall, and then this happens. Okay? And it's a really, really sad thing. These wildfires, yes, they're bad, and they kill a lot of animal life and plant life, but then the result of it, you're left over with a field of just dead animals and dead root systems. So what happens to all that soil? It doesn't have anything to cling to. So what happens when you get a really, really bad rainy couple of weeks? This, mudslides, okay? Mudslides. So what do you think they should do when they're in California after? Obviously they want to plant trees as fast as humanly possible so those root systems can do exactly what the second jar was doing. It was absorbing a lot of that, all right? So humans, we create erosion by ripping out trees, by taking out plants, and not leaving them in there. Ooh, I got mud all over me today. All right, so let's go to your question. That was fun. That's the first time I've done that. I've taught this lesson for 5-6 years, and I always tell the kids, imagine it. And oh, guess what? Let's really do it this time. So it says, after paragraph 12, what inference can you draw? So pull out an inference. Why the author would include that procedure. That's your inference. That's your inference. And after you have your inference, you have some very good details that I had you have, which would be the root systems, the removal of trees, if you don't have it, the land deteriorates, and then give me your prior knowledge. Right? Use a lot of things that you saw in my video there. You know things about rain and water, and then go ahead and do your full response down there for that one. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun. Take care.